Hello, my children, and welcome to the Longbox of the Damned! For the next 31 days, you shall bear witness to the horrors of the printed page, the four-color frights that comic books have been making for decades. I am your host, Moarte, cursed forever to watch over these terrifying undertakings. But how shall we begin this nightmarish occasion? If this is a show all about stories, then let us begin with a comic all about tales and stories in the House of Mystery. House of Mystery began in 1951 as a horror anthology series, similar to Tales from the Crypt or The Vault of Horror. Much like its contemporaries, however, it had increasing scrutiny from the growing Comics Code Authority, which censored or refused to let comics be published with certain content, including elements of the supernatural. Unlike the EC Comics titles, however, House of Mystery endured, shifting its focus to science fiction and even superheroes. In the late 1960s, the book returned to horror with its host, Kane. For a time, it was even hosted by Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. But today, we focus on the House of Mystery series that began in 2008. To talk over the whole thing would take too long, so we shall focus on its first storyline, Room and Boredom. Kane's House of Mystery has vanished, but 7 years later, it is occupied by a bar and anyone who happens to enter it. The staff, however, are trapped inside its walls, unable to escape. Instead, all they do is tend bar. The currency for drinks, however, is stories. The first story is probably not for the weak-stomached, as it tells the story of Sally, the Hollow Girl. Why is she hollow? Well, let's just say she married a fly. Literally. It makes my tired old bones shiver every time I read it. There are other stories that are less horrific. While monsters are frequent, they are of different varieties. There's the princess who sought true love, but only created death. There's the process server who got a sea monster to accept him as a client. There's Tommy Spatz, a gangster who slaughtered an entire crime family with a song on his lips and wearing only his boxers. But of course, the real story is the house itself, and the adventurous architect named Fig, who believes that she created the house. And there, my children, is the real mystery. Who is it that pursues her? Why can she talk to houses? And who is the coachman, who is the only escape for those seeking to end their employment with the House of Mystery? The House of Mystery is a place for a good storyteller to take a break, have a drink, and share their tales to all who would hear them. It is a stopover for all dimensions, all places, all times. Much like comic books themselves. Today was only a quick look at the beginning of a series that lasted for 2 years. Let's hope you won't leave it to rot within the Longbox for too long!